when you look at the current English side, they're playing this sort of form of cricket at the moment called baseball, whatever the hell is it. That sort of seems to be the opposite to what gave you guys the success in 2006 and 7 and that period.
Well, some would argue that it's actually the same way. You think about those champion teams that I was in. You ruled out some of those names before. We were scoring at a very similar scoring rate to what England are now, but we're doing it for longer and doing it doing it better and doing it for longer periods of time, which you have to be able to do in Test cricket. We just saw a Test match finish in 2 days in Perth on the back of that style of play. England one down, 100 runs ahead at lunch on day 2. The game's over that night. Australia winning by 8 wickets. Unless they're willing to change the way that they play and accept that they are making mistakes and they're failing along the way, which is, I'm not sure how much attention you pay to what they've done over the last couple of years or what they've spoken about since they've been here, but they made so many glaring mistakes in that last game in Perth to let Australia back into the game and then lose what was looking to be the unlosable Test match. They didn't just lose; they lost by 8 wickets. But then they come back out at the end and they defended the way that they played, and their captain has done it from the start. They don't talk about refining the way they play. They talk about we'll go harder next time. We have to go harder next time. We didn't go hard enough this time. That's the way they're talking about it. And the great teams that I played in, no, if we had a day like that, we sit down and we address and we make sure we massage it and fix that style of play for the next. So
you don't double down on your style.
You back your style in, but you've got to play moments in games as well. Like Ashes cricket, and this is the other thing I'm on record saying. England said they're coming here with their best team this century, which is like man for man, their best team this century. Fine,
really,
100%, and it is.
Wow.
And it actually is.
That's saying something.
And they look at our team and they say, this is the worst team man for man that Australia's had since 2010.
This is their media says.
And some of their past players have said it.
Wow.
Yep. And then my response to that was, I don't care who you bring here. I don't care what players you've got. I don't care what players we've got. You still got to beat Australia. And there's more to that than just the individual players you got. Like the skill that you got, fine. But when the moments come in an Ashes series, let's see who's standing up at the end of it. And last week, we saw the characters come out, right? Australia were down and done. Travis Head makes 180 balls.
Unbelievable.
And the game's over. And that's one Test in an Ashes. So we're not just losing that moment. You're losing the game. So all of a sudden they're 1-0 down. They've got to win. They've got to win three of the next 4 Test matches if they want to go home with the Ashes. So, yeah, it's all about moments, not about personnel.
And Stark's catch.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, incredible.
Like, where does someone get that sort of? He's
6'7". He's running in,
but still, he was like full reach.
But that's the other way. So he's bowling. He's going that way.
Yeah,
and he's got the strength to get back over and get it. It's his dominant catching hand, obviously his left hand, but he
changed direction.
Yeah, he's 36 or 37 and still doing that as well. So that when we talk about being prepared and being physically right, that was the start of the second innings. He'd only just finished bowling not that long ago, so he's back out doing it again.
Moments like that are moments that turn the game. So like everyone goes, wow, what the fuck? How good was that? Like your side, Australia.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody just goes up a level. I mean,
it sends a message too, doesn't it? Like it picks your teammates up. Everyone around you lifts with it. But imagine what it does in their dressing room.
Oh, mate.
So they're sitting back saying, "Shit, they're on again here. They've just bowled us out for 170. They're up and about again. We're in trouble." So that's the message that it can send, and that's what you hope it does. And there's 2 parts to that as well, right? So that catch is Zach Crawley on a pair. So the individual scarring comes out of it as well. Stark doesn't catch that. Crawley might get away, might get runs. He takes confidence into the second Test. All of a sudden now he's going to Brisbane with 2 ducks in the Perth Test. Extra pressure comes back on him, and then that pressure can just creep back down through the rest of your team as well. So there's so many things that can play out through the course of a Test match and an Ashes series.
So when he goes for that catch, there's probably enough time to think about it. It's just instinct, but do players get the opportunity to make a risk assessment, like you just said, like if I go for this catch, I miss it, I'm going to give him confidence, the batter. If I get it, I'm going to crush him and probably crush the dressing shed as well. Do you guys have time to think those things through?
Not on catches like that, no. And I'd hope to think with anyone the way that Australian players and teams have played over the years, there's no not going for it situation. If you are any chance of going for it, you're going for it, because unless
You don't dog it.
well, there's an old saying with cricket, with those sort of catches, you never know unless you have a go.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what we've always said. If you're half a chance to get there, you dive, you put your body on the line, because guess what? One day you'll catch one, and if you do, that might be the moment in the game that wins it for us.
So I know you're going to be commentating in a week or so's time. We're going to put this out straight away. So, what do you think of the next Ashes series coming up? What are you expecting? As opposed to what you're hoping for, what are you expecting?
Well, I don't. England won't change their style. They're. I'm not going to even use the word stubborn. It's not stubborn, but they've got themselves set in this way and style of play that they believe is the only way that they're going to beat Australia in Australia.
So that's a style they're adopting to beat us, as opposed to a style generally.
They started it 2 years ago.
Yep.
But the only thought that they would have had in their mind is how can we play? What group of players can we have that are going to give us the best chance of winning a Test series in Australia? Because they haven't done it for so long. You know, they've only won 4 Test matches in Australia this century.
Wow, you serious? 4?
4 Test matches in Australia this century. 3 of those were in one series. So they needed to find a different way and style that they thought could win. Now, what we saw last week, they were bossing the game. They were in front. They can do it again. They can bounce back, but they just have to win those moments that I talked about. If they're not in the mindset and the moment enough in the middle of a Test match to say, okay, maybe it's just time to refine and change things a little bit here, because this is what my team needs me to do right here and right now, then they'll keep getting the same results. But I still think it'll be a close series. Australia 1-0 up, could have easily been 1-0 down. Hazelwood out still. We don't know if Cummins is coming back. So, on paper, it's probably one of our weaker sort of lineups. But like I said, it doesn't matter in Ashes. If you've got to beat Australia, you've got to beat them man for man. And last week, England weren't good enough to put them away.
Because I've been hearing Cummins has been in the nets. It looks
he's going well. He's flying, yeah. So I actually think he will play this week. I interviewed him last week, and he was pretty confident in what he was getting through, but also more important, how he was pulling up the next morning. So I'd be surprised if he doesn't play.
Well, Ricky Ponting, this has been amazing for me, amazing opportunity for me. Thanks very much. Congratulations on a stellar career, but thanks for being so honest, mate. It's been really cool.
I told you, the helmet's off, mate. I can take the helmet off. And people can get to understand me now a little bit more than they did back then.
And I like your eyes like that. Thanks, mate.
Good on you.